Hello and welcome to Bonus Pod, the companion podcast to the freaking MinMax show. My name's Haley McLean, and today I'm joined by Leo Vader. Hi, Leo.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I am so good. It's the end of the year. The MinMax show, we've already done our Hidden Gems on the MinMax show episode just recently. But something Ben and I did last year that we were talking about that was super fun that we want to do it again this year is kind of shout out to our community to say, hey, is there something we missed that came out this year that you thought was really good that's not getting love, not getting enough attention, all that kind of stuff. So I put out over the weekend a Google Doc, just like, hey, fill in here if there's a hidden gem game. And we got 60 responses. 60 different games.
Amazing.
Here. And, you know, I was opening up, they've kindly provided YouTube links to all of them. And I opened up all of them, and they all look like visually interesting. It's not like, you know, we got Hangman in here or, you know, Sudoku or something. We got like interesting ass looking games that I've never seen before. That I'm like, how are these missing me on my feeds, on my Twitter feeds? So Leo and I are going to go through these, and we're going to rapid fire try to pump through them so that everybody's game can get its little time in the sun. And the way that we were trying to figure out, because it's kind of hard at the end of it, after you look at 60 games, you probably won't even remember the name of one of them. So we're going to have little categories, so to speak, little categories. We're thinking, oh yeah, going to play that. So that'll be, you know, we probably won't be able to play it before the end of the year, let's be honest, because I still have RPGs to finish, for God's sakes, let alone awesome looking indies. Oh yeah, gonna play that. Looks interesting. Maybe we'll play, I don't know, like a maybe pile. And then, not my speed, but looks cool. Because all of these are gonna look cool, let's be honest. Because games are cool.
Oh, we don't have a like, this looks like ass and I don't respect
I don't want to be
the person who likes it.
I don't want to be rude. If something comes up that's really, really ass, we can call out the community member by name.
I'm just going to add a category for ass.
Okay. And then we'll have a final ask category. If anyone ends up in the ask category, in advance, sorry. But you'll be really interesting and cool in that you found the most ask game of the year, which is almost more interesting than the coolest one. So look forward to that.
And know that you really deserved it, because we're really not going to do it unless it absolutely is necessary.
We will only do it if we're like, what were you doing offering this up to us? How dare you? How dare you?
Right.
And something to note.
We should say this is a public YouTube episode. You can watch this on our YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Because we're going to be watching all these trailers as we go. So it might be good for your eyes.
Yeah. So audio listeners, you can listen if you want, but I would highly recommend this be one you watch via video if at all possible, because you're going to hear audio from trailers and be like, what the hell is going on? So go to YouTube. It's one of those times where usually this awesome podcast is behind a paywall of $5 support on Patreon monthly, but you're going to get this episode for free on YouTube. So and hopefully it brings in more people to be like, hey, look at this whole other thing that's happening I didn't even know about. All right. We got 60 games to go through. Shall we dive in, Leo?
I'm plugging my nose and ready to dive.
All right. Here's the first stinky one. We have Psychopomp.
Well, it's more because breathing while I dive.
That's okay. I knew it was for the stink. We have Psychopomp Gold. And this is from Discord member Griffgroff. They say, to be clear, I haven't finished this game. While it's unlikely to make my game of the year, it has a look and a vibe I haven't really seen before. You hit things with hammers, so there's that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of a mix between...
Yeah, it's blends of like cutout paper, but like Cruelty Squad, ultra dirty PS1 polygon stuff.
Like if Doom was made with better textures, sort of energy too. Oh, those little guys are a little scary. Oh, I don't love that. Body horror.
Definitely one of those games where it's hard to fathom the gameplay from just looking at it.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub. I thought I had that audio turned off. We'll go turn that off immediately. There's always something you forget.
That's
I do
true.
have it
well,
off.
Lucky you.
How is that? Maybe it's system that I turn off. There we go. All right, cool. It's going to start playing Over the Garden Wall ambiance music because that's what I search in my free time. That would seem cool. I'm not like a horror person, so I don't know if I'll pick that up on my own time.
I couldn't tell if that was really horror or just simply weird.
Yeah, that seemed like a weird, interesting one, though. I've never seen one like that. All right, next one. Oh, let me turn the audio down a little bit. We have so many games to go through. Next one is the Big Catch Tacklebox. It's like a cute little skateboarding fishing game. This looks neat.
I saw a glimpse of this.
Wow.
Straight out of PS2 graphics, not like... this kind of reminds me of PS2. It's like, this looks like it released on PS2.
Yeah, it
which
does.
is so cool to achieve that.
The movement looks like it goes insanely hard. I love the fishing line being used to get around.
Some physics on it, the swinging of it and stuff, like bringing that kind of more modern.
Ooh, I love, look, that looks cool. With the dragging
I
behind.
really did mean to check this out. I am writing this down and know, yeah, I'm gonna play that. Even though I'm not that big of a platformer person, the vibes look undeniable. And the catch of the main hook, pun intended, of the character having a fishing pole that they're throwing out constantly is just such a cute idea.
Oh, this looks great. The big cat Tacklebox. This was from community member Jumpo. It's technically a demo, but it's entirely standalone from the full game, and I've seen absolutely nobody talking about it. Beautiful PS1 open-style, open-world 3D platform that has tricky but extremely satisfying movement. And it's huge considering it's entirely free. Wow. So it's just a demo at the moment. I guess I wonder if it's coming out next year. I do want to check that out. That looks cool.
Yeah, hopefully it gets its due next year.
Yeah. Next one we have is from Dadstrobot. This is Mullet Madjack.
Ready, go!
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Greetings from Peace Corps.
So what action shooter ultra fast speedrun game looks like?
Angry
That's
Foot,
dripping in
Hotline
style.
Miami.
Sounds like you're in
I wish
trouble.
there was a shortage of these that this could fill, but my god, it's been a good year for these.
I know, it's true.
I'm feeling like I have to pick only one to be on my list, and for me that's Echo Point Nova, even though Angerfoot and...
You have 10 seconds. Destroy these damn robots.
what's the other one? I'm Your Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Are both so strong and so good.
Jacob's really
Just
hard
kinda
on
scratched
I'm Your
such a
Beast,
similar
I know.
Yeah, that is a great game. But this style totally stands out from those though.
Yeah.
Little first-person comic book come to life.
Badass moderator to take care of our butts.
Oh, to see the way he grabbed his crotch when you shoot down there. That's kind of fun. They have custom animations for where you
That's
shoot.
good. Good kicking with the physics.
Yeah.
God, this is definitely the type of game where just like a different window in a different year, I'm sure we would have been all over it.
It's true. I didn't even hear about this game. Oh, there's a real dog there. Mullet Madjack. Came out May 15th, I guess. So Dadstrobot says, an old school first-person shooter that is oozing with style, looks incredible, and the fast, frantic gameplay is so much fun. Cool. That's a maybe play that for me. That looks really cool.
That's a looks interesting for me, yeah.
Looks interesting is a better way to say that. Then maybe I'll play that if.
Which is truly like I would play it if I didn't already have a million things to play. So I just simply won't promise to play it.
True.
You know, I want to play so many of these.
Very cool. All right, next one up is from Turnsmo. Phantom Spark. This looks very Sayonara Wild Heart kind of vibes a little tiny bit.
But with some F-Zero racing?
Yeah. They say Time Attack Zero G Racer, but the vehicle actually has proper weight. Very chill soundtrack and look. You can just go into a Zen mode and chip those 0.1 seconds away from your time.
Yeah, the flow state looks strong.
I'm strong here. I like the little wispy sounds. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, they got like a
It seems like there
leaderboard.
is a story of some kind.
Okay.
There are characters speaking in text boxes.
Players from Germany. I'll customize your thingy.
I wonder how much you get your times down by. It doesn't look like a neon white where you're making different moves necessarily. You go faster, I'm sure there's shortcuts and stuff, but it seems a little more straightforward.
Yeah. It's cool. That's an interesting
Looks
one
cool.
for me. It's from developer
Phantom
Ghost,
Spark.
or Coat Sync. Very cool. God, there's so many games. All right, next one.
Keep flying, keep flying.
Next one. This is from Tess. This one's called Starstruck Hands of Time. She says, a game that's all about the pursuit of art and its meaning.
Nero ascended to the throne
Ooh.
of Rome. was consumed by his passion for the arts, his desire to be loved as an artist. But no one loved his art. They only feared his power.
God game?
And his rule would soon give way to an unprecedented reign of destruction.
Where you're playing as Master Hand in what looks like, a full model world. Very
Over a millennium later,
The art reminds me of Joe's art a little bit.
Richard Wagner arrived in Paris. Driven by his passion for opera, Wagner sought recognition as a master composer. But Paris rejected him. And a century later, his legacy would be wielded by history's darkest forces.
Whoa.
I think some of this is like
over
actual
again.
photography, though.
Yeah.
Not just 3D imaging photography, or else they're amazing at it.
Followed by unthinkable bloodshed.
Wow.
Did you ever want to be an artist?
Starstruck Dance of Time. Interesting. Super weirdo vibes. It's like Earthbound replaced the combat with a rhythm game, and then randomly you play as your disembodied hand from 1,000 years in the future with Katamari gameplay. Definitely must play for anyone who loves art about art. This trailer only has 618 views. Does that seem crazy
That is so
to you?
criminal.
That's criminal. This came out in September.
Surplus we have right now. It's crazy.
Like, how does that not have more views? Unless, like, this just happens to be the one they pulled from their developer page and their publisher's pushing it more or something like that. But if that's how many views that has, that's insane to me, because I want to play that. That looks really cool.
Yeah, I'll throw that in there.
Yeah, put that in for me. All right, this one's called, this is from Intelligible Crow, Ultros. Really beautiful and interesting Metroidvania. I won't spoil the premise, but it looks amazing and feels great to play. Be prepared for the game to do something a bit unexpected, they say. Ooh.
Unfortunately, it does feel like the type of thing where I need somebody to fight for it in Game of the Year and tell me what the twist is, and then I go, oh, that actually sounds really cool, and then
you play it, yeah.
This art style is super cool, though.
I love it, yeah. What's that Netflix show, the podcast format? It's like they just talk about life. It looks like this animation style. Ooh, I can't remember. Chad, do you know what I'm talking about?
Midnight something?
Oh, yeah.
Midnight Gospel?
Midnight Gospel, yeah. It reminds me of that a little bit, the visuals of it.
For sure.
Looks very cool.
Freaky, surreal horror stuff, but in too pleasant of colors for it to really be scary.
Ultros.
Like, that's a really cool aesthetic.
Wow. Oh, it looks like a time loop thing. So they showed him going back to the start. That might be what it is. Interesting.
Does that look interesting for you?
That's a look interesting for me. I wish I liked Metroidvanias more. Something about them I really have to try. And I wish I didn't, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Feel ya.
That seems cool. Okay, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Vengeance. I like that a Shin Megami Tensei is. Hear me out. A big fat addition to one of the best JRPGs the last 10 years, but this time actually runs well. Sorry, Switch. A game so good it's going to be overlooked both times it's been released. Criminal. This is from Brainbuster.
If you want revenge,
Have you ever played Shin Megami Tensei?
I was gonna say, I'm sure with certain outlets, this is not a hidden gem at all.
Humans need the will to survive at any
I think
cost.
Kelsey says she's tried a couple, but she's never finished one.
Those who lack that strength of will
They're like, you think Persona is hard, sit down.
deserve to live.
Yeah. I'm a mighty demigod, don't mind if I do.
Classic, of course.
Death, then rebirth.
She's got a low voice too. Relatable.
It's exceedingly unlikely that this could be the work of a
Hey,
human.
did we say if you're watching this on YouTube for free, you can pay $5 to get it in the bonus podcast feed
That's very true, Leo.
from page? If you want to go backwards and not watch it,
Demons and humans
do it on the go?
cannot coexist.
find the weakness in your heart and take advantage of it.
After a has passed away, it was my responsibility to keep Natsu safe.
Seems like they put a lot more effort into the animations of the characters in the Shin Megami series. Like when they're just talking and stuff.
Shall return the world to its true.
Yeah, do you think these are like rare cutscenes or more likely?
I just, playing Metaphor right now and like having played Persona 5 and like watching my partner play Persona 3. It's like the animations aren't bad when they're just like talking to each other or whatever, but it's very like much more robotic than how this is coming across. It's more just like the same animations of like, oh no, or like excited animation. They just kind of play it on a loop for whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
This seems like it has a bit more to that. All right, That's looks interesting, not for me. Because I know I
Not my speed, but it looks cool.
Not my speed, but looks cool. All right, this one's called Timberborn.
This I have on my wish list.
Do ya? This is from Toro. Toro
This
says,
is
game's
the
been in
beaver sim.
It's a beaver sim? That's so cute. Game has been in early access for 2 years. Really come to its own this year with the last couple patches.
Now, it is time for you to join our team.
Oh, I love that
Brilliant
woman's accent.
engineers. To plan and construct everything a beaver needs.
Everything a
Small
beaver
things
needs.
that improve our way of life. And
Oh, they're having
incredible
fun.
structures
That's just a
that reach
ride.
for the clouds. We take great care to be mindful of our surroundings. We harness
This looks
the
so
river,
fun.
taking advantage of everything it has to offer.
Water physics?
Over time, we learned how to power machines all across our land. Now that mankind is gone and the land is dry, we turn
Okay,
to
I don't want a bunch of
science
beaver
and
corpses.
develop new technology.
Yeah. Oh, Robo Beavers.
We sculpt the land to bring the river to our doorstep and bring life back to Earth.
Ooh.
You would not
I wonder if
be here
terraforming really
without
requires
your
resources like that.
dedication, hard work, and ability to plan ahead for any scenario.
Oh, the damn floods. Of course, the
There
damn
will
floods
be
everything.
setbacks, but we are proud to have you on our team
Factions.
and can't wait to see what you'll come up with.
Wow. Sorry to
looks
Frostpunk
so
too,
detailed.
We
but
are
this is the
all
sim that
born
people
gifted.
want.
This is just a more exciting premise for me. Like if I had to pick between Frostpunk and this, I'm
Yeah.
picking this. Timberborn. Wow.
Super cute. Is that a looks interesting or gonna play that for you?
That looks interesting because I'm not gonna lie, I was super intimidated by all those insane looking buildings and stuff.
Yes.
But that one looks really fun. I love that. Thanks, Toro. This is Arco, this next one. I've had this on my
Played
radar.
a few hours of this.
Oh, you played a few hours? Very cool. So this is from Riz in the community. They say, very unique RPG that takes place in a fantasy setting we don't typically see. Has a Mesoamerican aesthetic. Couple that with a great but challenging combat system and a killer story with interesting characters. The Balatro dev was really loving on this on Twitter. That's how I first heard about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I like the little llama.
Yeah, really cool, almost minimalist game. Like there's dialogue, but it's like one short sentence at a time, and it each says plenty, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting combat. Turn-based and real-time blended. It's like kind of free form and not hex-based, so there's a bit of a thrill of like, am I gonna dodge this in time? Is my hitbox moving out of the way? Comboing things. I didn't feel a need to stick
Ooh.
with it though.
No?
No, but I'm sure it's like goes amazing places. I hope somebody did in the group.
This music sounds really nice too. And I love how silly the llama looks when you're running at the end. Very cool. Yeah, that one's been on my radar. Looks interesting for me. If I had more time in the world, I'd play all these kind of games.
Yeah.
Arco. I only saw 10 seconds of this before I had to click to make the next one. This one looks really interesting. So this one's called Felvidek?
Felvidek.
Felvidek? This is from Tan. They say a 3-hour-long horror comedy JRPG set in the medieval Slovakia. Feldfrick. I can't say all these words. Follows an alcoholic knight investigating strange mysteries around his castle. A beautiful retro lo-fi art style, a banging post-rock soundtrack, and straightforward turn-based gameplay. Interesting.
Squeezes a traditional JRPG experience into a one-sitting affair. Very interesting.
It's like, as soon as I think there's no more art styles, I get proven wrong every time. You know what I mean?
I know!
It's crazy.
It's crazy. The rate at which we're inventing new ones.
I love the way this looks. Reminding me of Pentiment a little bit, but maybe just because it's medieval? I don't know. But...
yeah, Pentiment by way of Return of the Obra Dinn, by way of Donkey Kong Country.
It's an interesting
so
combo.
crazy looking.
Oh, the visuals of this are stunning. Oh, it feels like everything's a little blurry, but not so much that it annoys me, which I think is a very fine line to parse.
Definitely.
What is this language the game?
I need to start checking if these are verified on Steam Deck, which this one is.
Oh, nice. This is I want to play this for me.
Overwhelmingly positive on Steam.
Felvidek. I'm chugging some booze in the middle of your turn. Hitting the priest. It's interesting that it's a comedy. It's a horror comedy. I like that.
Horror comedy. I'm curious how scary it gets. Because it looks like it's goofy every second I've been looking at it so far.
Yeah.
But if they pull off some genuinely creepy stuff, I'm so on board for that.
Ooh.
There's potential.
Whoa. The overworld walking that was like my favorite part. I love the way they were walking around.
Yeah.
God, that's I
so
wanna
yeah,
play that
Monty
for
Python,
me.
of course.
Yeah, true.
Very cool.
Very cool. Thank you for that one. All right, we got Bakeru. A couple of sentences. This is from Mike Lynch. This one took me by surprise. There's a great game mechanics that remind me of other series, but also an original story and amazing art. What's this one like? It's from Good Feel.
This is the story of another Japan. A world different from the one you live in.
I don't live in Japan.
Bakeru.
It's a bit of assumption.
Yeah, interesting.
Unlike in your world,
Ooh.
fairy tale heroes actually exist.
Oh.
This is the story of Bakeru's first adventure in that world.
Disaster.
Japan.
Japan.
But not the Japan you live in, listener.
Not your Japan.
Look around you at the Japan you're hanging out in. It is not that one.
TMD!
Chat makes a good point. Was that voiceover really necessary? I honestly think the trailer would be stronger if you cut it out.
Yeah. That only detracted.
Oh, your
this is on other
spaceship.
platforms as well, at least on Steam.
Your spaceship's a little tea kettle. I like that. Star Fox fighting.
Hitting stuff with the Taiko stick. Interact. Battle your way through.
The action. There's like a lot of different types of gameplay in this.
Yeah. Some transformation stuff.
My God, what is happening? Giant robot battles now. Interesting. I wonder if this only came to the West this year.
Oh, sure.
This is like a character I should know. Like Bakeru, you know?
Yes.
Yeah? You
He
know?
was my childhood.
Oh, okay. Got it. Well, that's insane. I think we've seen
Wow.
Bakeru. Wow. There was a lot happening in that trailer, and it was all about Japan. That's what looks interesting.
But not the one you're thinking of.
Not the one you're thinking of, Leah. Different one.
That Mice Baby looks cool. Bakeru.
Bakeru. Next is SteamWorld Heist 2 from Captain Cobblepot. It takes...
Great game. Played like 10 hours of this.
Oh, you played 10 hours of the first one, or specifically 2?
2.
Oh,
More
cool.
2 than 1.
All right. What do you have to say about it, Leo?
This ricochet thing they're opening the trailer with, it is a great gimmick.
Yeah.
Ricochet shots are so satisfying to either get on purpose or accidentally luck your way into. The overworld stuff I thought is fun. The ship-to-ship combat is pretty basic and not turn-based at all, so it's an interesting change of pace between the tactics battles.
Was Hubert talking about this
Upgrades
game
feel meaningful.
on the podcast
Yeah, I think
once?
so.
Yeah.
He was hyped.
Yeah. What was that cat
It would
game
be in
that
my
came
top
out
20.
this year? It kind of looks like this too, doesn't it? The Cat
Cat
Pirate?
Quest 3, yeah.
Cat
Also
Quest.
pirate-based, yeah.
SteamWorld Heist 2. Came out in August. That looks interesting.
Super fun game. Great on Steam Deck.
Yeah. Do you think you'll go back to it?
No.
No. But you enjoyed your time.
I enjoyed my time and I have asked for nothing more from it.
This is from McCracken Away, the Forever Labyrinth. They say, I'm a big Inkle fan, but this was a surprise drop. It combines the interweaving narratives and multiple runs that Inkle are good at and adds the fun of looking at art on top of it. Setting and art are fascinating as traverse liminal and ever-changing spaces with a cryptic bent. Ooh. Filled with paths and portals. Ooh. The hell? Seems like a Janet game.
Yeah.
Let's see here, like in this. Ooh.
For sure.
Conquistador, the urchin, wasn't up to nothing. Ooh, I love the way this looks.
What a different styles. Modern and impressionist art.
Put that down for me as wants to play.
Forever Labyrinth. Okay.
That looks very cool. Just like a fun excuse to look at cool art, you know? It's like, I'm down for that.
Totally.
Psychroma. Oh, I've heard of this game.
Psychroma, 30-second trailer, let's go.
I've heard of this. This is from Cheesy Luigi. I remember who was talking about this game. I've heard of this. Was it Jacob?
Maybe.
Maybe I saw this at GDC.
Some of these close-ups are so good looking.
Yeah. Very quick little trailer.
Damn.
From Weird Ghosts. Cheesy Luigi says, it's short, evocative, psychological horror title that really held my interest throughout its 3-hour runtime. Does a great job of setting a particular mood. It makes you want to find out exactly what's going on. Where did I hear about that game? That looks familiar. That's a looks interesting almost to a I'll play it for me.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It being 3 hours, very encouraging.
That is encouraging, isn't it? How sad is it? It's like, oh, it wouldn't take me too long. All right, we got Natsu-Mon 20th Century Summer Kid. This is from Mini Elnef. They say, made by the devs who also made the Baku no Natsu Yasami games, which never had an English release. Looking for something cozy and chill to play this season? Had me going down a rabbit hole that eventually landed me on the Steam page of this game. It makes me want to jump on the next flight to rural Japan. Just what I needed to escape the dreary gray November in Denmark. Is this the Japan that I live in, though?
Japanese countryside.
Or a different one?
Confused about which Japan they're talking about.
I'm so confused.
Yet somehow familiar. The thrill and anticipation.
Oh, it's just like you're a kid hanging out game. Those are always nice.
Of being 10 years old.
Chia vibes.
Every encounter.
A little more Shenmue flavor. Of going around town doing little things.
Every day.
There was that game I played. It was set in the French countryside. And it was really relaxing, kind of like this. Oh, I can't remember what it was called though. You take like pictures when you're staying with your grandmother.
What was that called?
It wasn't Caravan Sim. Oh, Dorduga. Yeah, Dordoon. I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, I love that game. It's like go back to a time when you were a kid. Dordoon. Is there a YouTube playlist? No, but I can share. If you go to our Discord in the announcement channel, there is a Google Doc that just has all these listed in a row with all the links contained therein. If you want to check it out that way. Yeah, that one looks like interesting for me. I'd want to play it in the summer, which it came out in the summer, to be fair. I'm like acting like I can't believe it didn't come out in the summer when it did. That'd be one I want to play in the summer, relaxing style. All right.
Okay, I'll make a new category for gonna play that in the summer.
Thank you, Leo.
Okay.
Dordania. That's how Neil says that's how you pronounce it. Dordania. They only said it 10,000 times in that game, and I still can't pronounce it right. This is from Unsupreme. Portal Revolution. A free mod for Portal 2, but it's essentially a whole new Portal game. Took me 9 hours. It takes place in the aftermath of the first game, so you're doing test chambers in a destroyed and overgrown Aperture facility. What? I never heard about this.
That's fan-made, right?
Has to be. Valve didn't do this.
All been falling apart after she was murdered.
Valve
she was the only thing keeping this place together. If we want to survive, somebody has to get this place back in shape. That's our job now. Isn't it exciting?
Wheatley. With a slightly different voice. This is a new Portal game?
A different guy.
That's kind of wild. How is Valve okay with this?
I'm looking. I don't know.
That's
they
so
don't make
interesting.
games. It's not their business. Games being made, that doesn't have anything to do with what they do.
They make Steam Deck, which I play games on.
Right.
So why would they care about games? This looks like it was made by Valve.
It looks really good. I'm looking for new mechanics, though. I feel like it's all Portal 2 mechanics I'm seeing, which of course...
Just more levels.
What can you expect? Yeah, and they've having a narrative structure, like that's still super, super cool.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see that.
Portal
that little
Revolution.
disclaimer they had at the end. Portal Revolution is an unofficial fan-made modification for Portal 2 and is not associated with or endorsed by Valve software. That's
It is right on
interesting.
Steam, though. Like, you can just install it to Portal 2 straight through Steam.
On their own?
Overwhelmingly positive. Damn.
On their own system, they released it. That's got some balls. I respect it. Wow, that all looks interesting for me. Would you play that?
That's gonna play for me.
That's gonna play for you? That's gonna play for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's gonna play for me. That's a cool idea.
I've just never even heard of that.
The things fans do to try and get hired by Valve is really something.
True.
God bless them.
God bless them. This is from Ren Fane in the Discord. The game's called Proverbs. A cross between Picross and Minesweeper, and it does what it says on the tin. There's over 50,000 different squares split across 200 plus regions. They need filling in. Meaning that if you find yourself stuck in a spot, you easily find somewhere else to go in the grid and get to work. I love Picross. You do too, don't ya?
Adore it. And Minesweeper.
I don't play much Minesweeper.
But this is like open world? Like one gigantic map?
I think so.
Maybe it's a bunch of gigantic maps because they're making good progress pretty quick here. And just this big grid of numbers we're looking at.
Wow. Backlog Buster says this is Proverbs is so good. Oh, this is I would play the hell out of this to put off work. Oh, look, you're building the painting and you step back and that's like this corner is like a painting you're working on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna play that.
That's how I need to play that. That's a new category. I need to play that. My brain is now screaming at me to play this. Proverbs. I need to play this before the end of the year. I'm that excited. Oh. Overall progress shows in the top right, and after hours, it only shows like 0.01% done. It says Backlog Busters. Oh my god. See, that makes me a little less excited. I'd like after hours to at least be 1% done. But that looks super cool. I love that. Anything like give
100 reviews on Steam.
Really?
Very good under the radar pick.
Has a demo. Oh, noted. Anything that gives me Picross in a different font, you know what I mean? Like I'm always looking for that. Whenever I'm on the App Store, I'm like, Picross? Anyone selling Picross to me? All right, this is from Not Weirder. PROXIMATE is a short narrative horror game in which you explore a pitch black research facility with nothing but a visor that states what's currently in front of you. Wow, it's a cool concept, but really stands out as the writing. The character arts are really memorable. So the visor just says out words what's in front of you?
Hey, champ.
Taking a call, looking at a map.
You should be able to activate the airlock and take a stroll around now.
So it's like just the HUD elements.
Interesting.
So I'm sure you'll find your legs with it soon.
You see a dog?
Just go fetch those research notes and you'll be back on the surface before you know it. Honestly, it's about as simple as a retrieval mission can get. Oh, and do try and keep all your limbs attached, yeah? Metaphorically speaking, of course. There's nothing actually dangerous down there. We're not insured for that. Well, you probably want to get right to it, don't you?
That's a really interesting concept. I kind of want to see more gameplay though, like to get wrapped up in that.
PROXIMATE.
Very
Definitely looks interesting.
Yeah, that looks interesting for me. Thanks, Not Weirder. Kashimitsu. This is The Minds Beneath Us. Really great sci-fi narrative adventure game with a gorgeous 2.5D look and immediately engaging story and characters. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam. From Barebone.
Cool art style, bunch of faceless.
Yeah. If I had to make a game, I would make them faceless too. I'm just gonna put that up. I saved them a ton of time in development. Oh, alright.
It looks cool though. Plenty of style.
Soundtrack's giving like Daft Punk, Tron soundtrack.
Think of a Cyberpunk City.
Ooh. Fighting a little bit.
GTEs?
Yeah.
This all looks good though. This is really well animated.
Yeah, it is. Minds Beneath Us. Interesting. Available now on Steam. I wonder how long that game is. Anyone know? Because I could move it from it looks interesting to you have to say 10 minutes or I won't play it. That's really interesting.
Most of the Steam reviews.
Oh, what's it say?
The Steam reviews are mostly like 10 to 20 hours.
Oh, interesting.
It'd be pretty long.
Like a longer game. All right, next up from Aging Poorly, Age of Empires 2. It's almost impossible to overstate how many times and ways the Age of Empires 2 team has both preserved and improved a game from the beginning of the century. The latest 2024 campaign adds Greek civilizations, including the Athenians and the Spartans. Dozens of campaigns and civs have been added since 2020, and somehow it's still balanced and thriving. Where's Ben? He would be screaming.
Ben. Has he even played that much of this stuff?
Yeah, I always kind of mix up Age of Mythology and Age of Empires.
Massacres, sieges. Across the wine dark sea they came, their prows pointed for Greece.
I did have fun playing Age of Mythology with them. I just don't have any nostalgia for this genre. But it seems like it'd be fun. I tried to get into Civ games, like, I want to say last year, and I literally was like, I need to play these because I know I'd like them. I could not get myself to fully wrap myself around them to get into them in a big way.
Yeah.
But I tried. I sat my butt down in a chair and I tried.
Look to the front. There is glory to be won.
That's all we can ask of
Greeks
you.
had only two options. Victory.
My partner and I have been playing this game Go-Go City on Steam.
Oh, I played that at GDC.
Which is split screen like the... Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we're loving it.
It's very
like
cute.
The cutesiest, easiest version of a city builder ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
You can just
It's
drive
just
anything
giving people
too.
cute houses to live in.
I remember you just like hop. There's like 1,000 vehicles, and they're all just kind of strewn about.
Yes, my partner always steals my bike.
All right, that Shadow Go-Go City. Go-Go City looks really interesting. Gonna definitely play that. Discord. This is Catherine. Title is TETRACHROMA for the game. Tetris for people who think 5 moves ahead. Already lost me. I can barely make Tetris.
What about 4 moves behind? There's Tetris for us.
This is a Ben Hansen game. Has he played this year? I
don't know.
I remember him potentially talking about it when they were talking about the Tetris collection that released this year on the episode.
Right. It's Tetris, but the tetrominoes are changing the color of the pieces they hit. And if you make them all the same color, good stuff.
Oh, see, I'm not smart enough to keep up with this. Whoever's playing this right now is a freaking genius. Catherine, you're a genius.
Yeah.
And you just gotta wait for the... Oh no, you changed them all to blue. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it seems like... I'm not sure if that's like hard to clear them because of the color changing thing, or if they're intentionally setting up like 30 line combos.
I can't even set up combos normal style. So that seemed like it... I can't tell if that makes it easier or harder for me.
That looks interesting.
That looks interesting, but
TETRACHROMA.
That's I'm too dumb for me. But looks interesting.
Okay, new category.
You were interested in this game. I remember in our.
I have played it.
So, you have.
Awesome.
This looks. I'm really interested in this. ODDADA. This is from Tanner. Played a bit at Gamescom this year. It's a little music loop builder game. It's got a clean style.
Welcome to ODDADA, a musical exploration game. In ODDADA, you experiment with musical machines.
Seems like the trailer will explain it.
You can modify the sound of each level and create your own unique music snippets. Throughout the game, you will discover new machines.
It really is.
New instruments and new levels that will make every playthrough unique.
A playthrough is like 10, 15 minutes.
And the concert,
of the whole game,
you can ramp up the arrangement.
A playthrough to make a song, and then you get a reward and you get to go
Turn
again.
it into a cassette.
But it just presents you like 7 sequencer levels in random order.
Share it with others
that you just dink around with.
A never-ending cassette collection.
I love that you make
with
little
each other.
cassettes. That's so cute.
Yeah, and you pick them up and put them in a little container.
Oh my god.
Or like record them, export the songs.
You can ramp
I like games like this, like Wadham. That was a game I played a few years ago that was clearly for newborn babies, and I was just like, yippee! Like I just played with it for hours. I got the platinum just because I wanted to. It's just playing with toys, but you're an adult,
Yes.
so it's allowed because it's a video game. Yeah, I'm very into this. Whatever this genre is. Baby game. Baby game.
It's
go
not
hard.
gonna be the game of the year. You're not gonna play it for hours and hours, but literally boot it up for 5 minutes in the morning and it will like make your day better.
But I'm glad it exists. Yeah. Thanks, Tanner. Michael Berry sends in Hypercharge Unboxed. This might be stretching the rules since this game originally came out in 2020. However, the Xbox versions only came out this May. That's a little bit of a stretch of the rules, but we'll allow it. Lots of fun.
Because we never talked about this game very much.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's happening?
G.I. Joe vibes?
G.I. Joe.
Another good split screen game. That last one was ODDADA.
ODDADA.
Chatter. ODDADA.
Yes. Probably me trying to spell at the same time as you made it harder for them. My bad. I want to see gameplay. Oh, here we go. Oh, what?
Charge. Explore.
This is what it looks like.
Higher fidelity than you expected.
This looks really pristine. That gun looked really clean. But they're like, but it's just like a little toy gun. Beyblades. This looks rad. What the hell? The little army man. Oh, I want to play this with you, Leo. This seems like a game we'd have tons of fun.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm sure it's come a long way. I don't think I've played it since early access.
Yeah, it came out 4 years ago, I guess, technically. I wonder if it's on Game Pass since it came to Xbox. I would imagine so if they're making a big stink about it coming out 4 years later on Xbox. Very cool. Campaign against
Where's that
bots.
for you? Hypercharged?
That's I want to play that. I just immediately seeing the freaking gun, like shooting, especially like right here. It's like, what the heck? That looks really good. That looks better than a lot of shooters I've played this year. Concord.
Yeah. Concord?
Concord. No hate to Concord. Liked Concord. That's why I want to play that. We have, this is an interesting one. I like this. Tokyo Game Life says Splatoon 3 Side Order, the DLC that came out this year. Splatoon 3, I love Splatoon 3, and then I dropped it immediately. I didn't keep up with the DLC. I'm gonna pull the Game Awards and recommend DLC. Oh, Game Awards Catching Strays. Roguelite mode addition to Splatoon 3. You build up your skills while clearing challenge maps. Awesome aesthetic, awesome music. Check it out. I remember them teasing this, but then I feel like it took too long for it to come out. I had moved on from Splatoon too quickly.
Sure. Very different looking and feeling than other Splatoon stuff. Looks like Nier.
Yeah, I was just thinking Nier Automata Splatoon. I'm guessing you add color to all these areas.
Welcome to Inkopolis Square. This once thriving district now lies abandoned and has been drained of color.
King Color has stolen the color.
After awakening in this world of
just
order,
writes itself. It's so easy.
Agent 8, along with Pearl,
that's a
one
fire
half
idea.
of the musical duo Off the Hook, who is now a drone, must ascend the spire.
Who is now a
order
drone,
together.
comma. Like, you're just gonna sneak that in there.
Oh, I see. I was wondering if that's what
Single-player
the direction they were going to take that
experience is
character.
designed to be replayed over and over again.
Is the fact that this is a roguelike more
There are
appealing
three
to you,
things
Leo?
to
Did you
keep
play
in
Splatoon
mind.
3?
Floor selection, color chip enhancement, and objective
To the
completion.
PvE stuff, I'd be interested to try
You'll
that.
need to repeat this cycle in order to gain more
I feel like
knowledge
I bounced
and
off because the
reach top
matches
of the
were so short.
They are very short.
Other games have programmed me differently, and I was like, I feel like we just started when it's over every
This elevator
time.
is the only way to ascend the spire.
Ascend the spire?
However, you can only go up one floor at a time.
That's how elevated.
On each floor, select one of 3 different objectives to complete. Each objective's difficulty and clear conditions will vary, so choose wisely.
Hitman?
Conditions
Freelancer?
include destroying the portals from which hordes of enemies appear.
This voice, her talking is not selling it
Chasing
for
and
me.
defeating enemies. Guiding a ball, and more.
Guiding a ball, and more.
Eating your words now.
Would you like to guide a ball and more?
Once you've made your selection,
Interesting. This is quite long, but that goes on for like 4 more minutes. But interesting. So a roguelike.
The picking upgrades and stuff seems cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that does seem interesting.
Very roguelike-y.
Very roguelike-y. McGreevy says, Void Crew. This one just released in 1.0 last week. It's been in early access for a year and just only heard of it. It's a roguelike multiplayer game where you take roles on a spaceship and man different parts. It's a blast with friends where if you work well as a team and communicate, you can succeed. That sounds fun.
Welcome aboard.
I love these.
Followers of Medan.
You heard of this one?
To embark on the most important journey
No.
of all time. Engage Void Jump.
Oh.
1 to 4 players. You just go do your little tasks and run around. Interesting. I feel like this requires a very specific friend group. You know? I don't know if I could rally 4 people for that.
But it's their favorite game ever.
But then it becomes their favorite game ever. That's interesting. Can you tell I watch a lot of Game Grumps? It's all it recommends to me after. I fall asleep listening to Game Grumps every single night. Interesting. Looks interesting for me. I just don't think I have friends that would ever play it. Is there online multiplayer, I wonder? You can play with like randos?
Gotta be.
There's gotta be.
Gotta be.
All right, next up we have Judero? This is from Marty. Judero is a handmade hack and slash adventure game based on Scottish folklore. Oh, that sounds fun. But it's so much more than that. The music and voice acting are both incredible. The combat is fun, and the narrative ranges from hilarious to emotionally moving. Maybe my fave game of 2024.
Wow. Never heard of it.
Wow. Claymation, stop motion vibes.
Yeah, stop motion so like frantic. Action figure. You can see the movement point. What a weird looking game.
Yeah.
Like 2.5D, far away, hack and slash, really weirdly fast moving.
Little Mermaid.
Judero, nearby this water I saw a fishing.
Wow, this is so obviously handmade, and I love that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a charm to it.
It's refreshing to have, there's no like, maybe it's just really good 3D made to look handmade. There's no mistake in it.
That was some cotton balls that he bought at, you know, the corner store, and then he made them red for his game. I kind of love that. Whoa.
Wild.
Interesting. Running is so silly looking. It's like
he's full speed sprinting everywhere.
Yeah. Wow, fascinating.
Wow.
That came out in September. That's a really interesting poll. That looks interesting for me.
For sure.
God, you guys, how do you guys find all these games? These are great. Fried Spam says Cato, buttered cat. Ooh, that's already a great name. A cat always lands on its feet, and a piece of buttered toast always lands buttered side down. So naturally, if you stick the two together, they form an infinitely spinning anti-gravity paradox. This game is about maneuvering the cat and the toast individually and together through some mind-bending yet approachable puzzles. That's a great concept. How has no one thought of that? That might have been a joke on Futurama or something.
Cat in love with toast.
Oh, that's charming the way that's animated. Little platformer. Metroidvania style. Here comes the toast. Looking insane.
So it's almost like Banjo-Kazooie, but it's a cat with toast on its back.
Yeah. Oh, so once it's on its back, it's Flappy Bird. That's really interesting. Were all those fake awards? Wait. Some of them just said cat meow, a game of 2024.
Historical discovery in physics.
Remarkable
hilarious.
credits between 0 and 10. Impressive from creator's mommy. That's really cute. The way if I didn't read those,
suddenly
I'd be
go
like,
3D
wow,
in that
a lot of
sequence.
awards.
Yeah, for real.
The Flappy Birdness is very interesting. Oh! Change your kitty cat color. You can have orange kitties, Leo.
Change your toast. Mini games.
Wow.
What the hell?
This is fascinating.
What an embarrassment of riches we have that we haven't heard of this.
I know. It makes me feel so guilty. It's like all these really talented people making this awesome stuff. Like that has 13,000 views. Not bad, but should be way more because that's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your ranking on that?
That's a looks
I might go-
interesting. Want to play it? Crispy bubbler. What did we call it?
Okay.
Upper crust bubbler.
Upper crust bubbler.
Yeah. 7-ish hours, according to How Long to Beats the Sparks V. That's very cool.
Easy.
That's
I have 7 hours 3 times a day.
It's just right. Yeah, perfect. You'll play that tonight, right? For 7 hours straight?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, we got Plastic Sinatra. They say Owls of Sea and Sky. And someone else also said Owls of Sea and Sky. Let me shout them out so they don't feel left out too. Where is it? People started adding more once we started this stream. I'll get to, other person who said it, I'll call you out once we get to you. So, I hear you're looking for the best pure puzzler of the year. I hear you're looking for a great Psychopomp puzzle game with elements from classic Zelda games. I hear you're looking to jam out to great tunes while scratching your noggin. I hear you're looking for a puzzler with that perfect difficulty curve that never gets too hard. Well, buckle up. You found Owls of Sea and Sky. Link's Awakening.
Let's really
vibes.
start rapid firing these though.
Yeah.
Let's see how many we can get through. This is totally Link's Awakening vibes.
Yeah.
Just the sand texture alone.
A little arranger.
You got some box pushing.
Puzzle. Yeah. Cute. I like the art style. Oh, you fly a little turtle
Right around
around.
Big Turtle in the open world.
Classic Slippy puzzles like from Pokemon.
Yep.
Those used to make me feel so dumb when I was a kid. It's a pretty long trailer. It's got a bunch of different puzzles. Box pusher puzzle game. I really like the art style. Shout outs.
Is that not your speed, or is it interesting?
That still looks interesting for me. Who is highlighting the
Isles of
entire
Sea and
doc right
Sky.
now? You just cut that out. You cut that out.
You're scaring us.
Someone is doing that in the back end. You cut that out right now. This is from Veggie, Rivals of Aether 2.
Of course. I watched some friends play this for an evening. It looked really good.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Pretty popular.
It's kind of like, one of those platform fighters made by people who grew up loving Smash but want it to be more competitive and more, like, airtight with the netcode and stuff.
Gotcha.
Rest.
It looks cool. Not that many characters, but each really, really deep. A lot to learn.
Fleet.
And good design.
I like all the really stylized little visualizations when you hit each other. Like each character seems to have its own color palette, so when you land a hit, you clearly know it's yours. I like that.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm the red
true,
guy.
and a lot of like
What
pause on hit stuff.
Yeah.
It's
That always looks cool.
Neat. Another cool fighter. That's what looks interesting for me. I'm just not the only fighter I play is Smash. And even I'm bad at that. This is from Sparks V. This is Golden Lap, a chill, beautiful top-down management game from the developers of Art of Rally.
Just watching numbers move around a track, like it's just the mini map of a racing game.
Relaxing. Let Ryan
Making
through.
decisions, like choices. It's so interesting. Golden Lap, that's it.
Golden Lap.
What a strange idea.
Very cool. That's a looks interesting one to play for me.
Okay.
Looks relaxing. That'd be a good mobile game. All right, Fancy Graham, Dice Folk. I know Jeffin was hot on this, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, I played a bit of it recently.
Neat creature collecting roguelike. Dice mechanics are fun. Full control of both your creatures and who you're fighting against. Yeah, I remember him mentioning that. It was like, since you control who you fight against to a degree, it's like a double layer of strategy.
Yeah.
Cute little animals.
That is a really interesting hook.
Roll dice to fight and stuff. There's folk.
Cute characters.
Yeah. Nice art style.
Really good like sound design and reactions and stuff. Getting a kill, like winning a match, confetti flies, and there's this big pop sound. That sounds super satisfying.
Mr. Darko 12 says Bo, Path of the Teal Lotus. Metrovania with a gorgeous Japanese influenced aesthetic. Platforming and movement with more than little difficulty. Like Nine Souls has claimed the underappreciated Eastern influence of Metrovania with high difficulty this year, but this would be a shame if Bo was completely overlooked. Yeah, there's a lot of Metroidvanias this year.
Yeah, I'm afraid it might be.
Even the main character looks Nine Soulsy. Which is unfortunate. I would imagine that's not intentional. It just like happened to come out and be like, oh, darn it. Probably sort of thing.
Yeah. Another really cool, really unique art style.
Yeah. Very cool.
2D hand drawn with like a lot of shimmer and glow to everything.
Yeah. Yeah, very similar looking to Nine Souls, which is too bad because then it's just going to compare to that all the time instead of be its own cool thing.
Yep.
Profici 02, Fairy Tale Dungeons.
Deck building roguelike.
Yeah. So many kitties.
The labyrinth that appeared under skill?
Magic card.
Control the battlefield using your wits?
Yeah, they say a deck builder roguelike using the Fairy Tale licensed characters' enemies. At the end of the run, you can save a successful character's build and use them in a team with your other characters' completed runs. So you like build up on characters to make like a big team. That's cool. Cool.
Fairy Tale Dungeons.
Fairy Tale Dungeons. Ooh, this art style's already going hard just from this screenshot. Hauntii. Ooh, I love the way this looks. Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, you're a ghost. Oh, I love the way this looks. Ooh, I love it. This This is from Bayleaf Moon.
Yeah, 2 colors at a time.
Oh, I love the way this looks. Ooh, the music is so quirky. Oh, look at how pretty that looks. Wow. This is gorgeous, like, yeah, monochromatic art style. I love it. He plays a little ghost trying to ascend
a new category.
to heaven.
Okay. Making a new category called downloading the was used in a video.
What'd you say? You're cutting out a little bit. Or is it me that's cutting out?
I'm gonna download the soundtrack to use a video.
Wes from Baltimore. This game is called Satisfactory. This is the launch trailer. Game was in early access for so long, nobody seemed to notice when it released in September, they say. What the heck?
I played a good bit of this.
Oh, did you?
Very cool game. Kind of an open world survival thing, but with a huge focus on automation.
Oh, cool.
Building your factory lines that automatically mine and carry it to your processors and stuff.
That's such good brain juice stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would totally jump back into that. The scale of these structures, I did not get anywhere near.
Oh my
These are
god,
like
look
giant.
at the assembly lines.
There's loops. Why would there be loops?
Wow, this is insanely like detailed.
Getting to the point of needing trains to bring stuff between your different settlements seems so sick.
So is it like when you were playing it, were you just playing it solo, or is it like you set up the system with like a server and a bunch of people all work together?
I was doing it solo.
Yeah.
But this definitely looks co-op, and I'm sure that's a blast.
This is fascinating.
This is frankly a damn I need to get this reinstalled right now.
Its own category.
Out of early access.
Yeah. Come with the console. It's like their little cheeky thing at the end. Seems like they're being they're a cute developer, the way they're like announcing things. That's very cute. Coffee Stain Studios. Wow. That's a very cool, love that. Sounds great. Want to play it now game. But intimidating looking.
My brain is screaming at me to play it. I'm throwing it in there.
Next up we have from Giraffic, Core Keeper. Went to early access in 2020, released this year. 1 to 4 player co-op survival game. That's also somehow very cozy? Question mark, they say. Unearth the mystery of the core.
Don't mind if I do.
Ooh, world generation. I like that. Oh, pretty. I love the pixel art.
Yeah, cute, varied little biomes, little areas.
Do a little dungeon crawling together.
I'm curious how the you know, there seems to be base building too. I'm curious how that all comes together.
Oh, I love the reflection on the water. That's really nice. I wonder if this is a thing where like you beat it, you know, with your friends. Like you find the mystery of the core and then you're done, sort of thing.
You're satisfied?
That 3D model in there with the 2D stuff looks really nice.
That is super cool. Yeah, with the world generation, it looks like there's a emphasis on replayability.
Yeah.
Core
Very
Keeper,
neat.
I've
Love
heard of that. I
one.
didn't know that's what it looked like.
Neat.
Cool.
Michael Berry has
Cool.
another one. This one is called Touch Egg, I think.
I hardly know Egg.
This game is simple, silly, pick up and play, fun on the play date. And this is at 150, they say in here. It doesn't even have its own trailer. It's so small.
In Touch Egg, turn that crank and touch that egg. Watch your fingers and don't let him see you. His vision is based on movement. Will you survive the full time, or will you become all thumbs? Are you ready to be the next?
That was it.
Thanks, Michael Berry.
I would love for someone to make an impassioned argument for Touch Egg.
That's my game of the year. That's amazing. Touch Egg. Niche says Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. JRPG that is relatively short and respects your time. Action combat is great and has some fun set pieces that give Final Fantasy 16 vibes. Has anyone played this? Is this something Kelsey would play?
It is.
JRPGs love trumpets. They love a freaking trumpet.
I do too.
Yeah.
O shaman of salvation, long have we waited for this day.
You knave! What did you do to Lyria?
I'm sure this is great.
Where were you when I needed you the most?
This was my JRPG.
The ordeals of our pilgrimage are nearly at
So
an
many
end.
JRPGs this year that were good.
Your crew is largely to thank for that.
But you gotta sit down with yourself and pick some. You just you just can't. You can't play them all, even if they're all great. It's so tough.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Niche.
Thank you, Niche.
Fax Hutzi. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Lauren's Lure. Ooh, climbing. I really need 3D platform with
pickaxe
creepy
climbing.
90s style graphics. Ooh.
Built around the best mechanic from the Tomb Raider reboot, the dual pit titans climbing or whatever.
Crabby thing, that's sticking anything.
Plus grapple hook. Plus creepy guys. Cool.
Very neat. Lauren's Lure.
Looks interesting.
Looks very interesting. We're getting close on these last ones. Oh, the big catch again. So who said that? So we already talked about this, but Steve-O also... Oh, no, wait. Hover Cow also recommended this.
Maybe the demo will get you over like winter break or something.
Yeah.
This is going to be... When the main game comes out, I think it's going to turn some heads.
That'll be a great one. They said the move-in level design is top-notch. So they agree with Jumpo on that one. Steve-O says the Jackbox Megapicker.
Games here. We've gotten a ton of requests for a single solution for launching all of your Jackbox games.
Yeah. Oh, my mouse just died.
All right, okay, we got the message. Introducing the Jackbox Megapicker for Steam. The Jackbox Megapicker
Your mouse
is
died?
the free, all-in-one place to find, organize, and launch your catalog of Jackbox games.
I feel like the
Over
world
50
is
titles
trying to trick me
choose
into
from
getting a
across
wireless mouse, but I'm never going to do it.
I love my wireless mouse, but what's nice is you can plug it in, and as it's charging, it just works like a wired mouse, and I have it right there. So, and I honestly have to plug it in like once a freaking month for a couple hours, then I'm fine. I don't have
you brought the screen to a screeching halt because I can't stop talking about it. Because I'm obsessed with it.
I don't have the Mega Picker for Jackbox, even though I have every Jackbox game, because unfortunately I have them all on console. And this is a Steam thing, is it not? So it doesn't let me really do this. But then I got the latest pack and then also the Naughty Pack on Steam. So now I'm kind of like split between different areas to play my Jackbox games, which is kind of a bummer. I don't really like it. It almost makes me want to buy them all over again. Ugh. But I would love to have that launcher. Like, that is great to have. I agree, Steve-O.
Yeah, for sure.
I wish I could use it. This game looks really interesting. SG Mills says the Crimson Diamond, an homage to old school adventure games like Laura Bow that uses a mix of text parser and point and click elements. So very like Sierra, old school Sierra game.
Yeah.
Quest. The color palette is so like nostalgic. I love it. I want to play this. I love point and click adventure games. They have my whole heart.
Is it really a text adventure though? Do you really just type that?
Maybe.
Type eavesdrop to eavesdrop? Wow.
Yeah.
That's bold. I wonder if there's modern quality of life on that text adventure stuff.
Yeah.
If they can have it better at detecting what you're trying to do.
Like a little bit of AI, a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I
The
love
Crimson
that.
Diamond.
That takes place in Canada. Yeah, I remember someone recommended that to me a while ago, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" I was meaning to follow up on it and play it. That's how I want to play that for me.
Right on.
Very cool. All right, we got to rapid fire these ones. We're at an hour and a half already. Death of the Reprobate.
Okay.
Manifest Echo.
Yes, this was the closer at the San Francisco MoMA show that Duncan Cabbage was in.
Was it?
This summer. Yeah.
I love the way this looks. Very silly art style. It's just,
It's the third in a trilogy, I think?
Oh, is it? They just made puppets out of old Renaissance paintings.
Right, all real paintings.
Wow.
Really cool.
That looks very interesting for me. That's fantastic. All right, next up. What do you think? Would you play that, or it looks interesting?
Looks interesting.
Looks interesting. Wombology. Picayune Dreams. Vampire survivor-like game that does everything right, they say. Oh my god. Wow. Very, very aesthetic cell. Oh my god, what's happening? That's the trailer.
Picayune Dreams.
Yeah. No over the garden wall ambiance video. It plays so fast I can't even close it before. Including, yeah, so it's a survive-like game. Looks very interesting to me. Animal Well is here. Now we've talked about Animal Well quite a bit.
This can't be here.
Brings it up. Well, might not be the most overlooked game of the year. I still feel Animal Well isn't discussed as much as it should be, which I agree with. I love Animal Well. I played it. I didn't end up finishing it, but I fully intend to. But my hiccup is Big Mode's our client, so I don't think I can really talk about it in the 210s that much.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it under ass to be safe then.
Put it under ass so no one comes for me. Even though that game's lovely. It's like one of the prettiest games I've ever seen.
Right.
But put it under ass, yeah.
Of course. It's no judgment on its quality at all.
All right. What is... Let me see here. I may have by mistake missed one. Sorry about that. Let me bring it over here really quickly. Wise X Nordics, which is looks like another JRPG. From Aspiring Jedi. Everyone's heard of the Wise series and no one plays them. That's what they say. That's a great way to say it.
Valid.
It's too small a game to ever get discussed on podcasts. It's somehow too large a game to get mentioned on overlooked games lists. That is always a tough place to be, isn't it? Right in the middle. Look at this pirate ship fighting. That looks fun. This is one of those that probably just got shown in like a Nintendo line of trailers and just like no one talked. You know what I mean?
Right.
They kind of get lost. Thanks for that shout out though, for them. I bet they appreciate that. Medicine Seller says, Garn 47. A lot of rabbit hole weirdness, they say, in this one. Whoa, what the heck is this one?
Whoa.
Welcome to my shop.
What the heck? The way you move is so weird. You're like leaning.
collecting
fever
rings, full on
dream.
running, collecting rings.
This is completely made in Blender, they say.
What?
Yeah.
A game?
Yeah.
didn't know you could do
Originally
that.
originated as a Friday Night Funkin' mod, a Newgrounds Rhythm Flash game that secretly held a full game completely made in Blender. Oh, never mind. Maybe I read that wrong. You can now download it on itch.io as a standalone game, and it's strange to say the least. You can't full screen it and have to play it on a tiny window. You play as a freaky little green man that controls like a constantly drifting Mario Kart character.
That's funny.
Humans are hilarious. I love people. Gurn 47.
This is great.
I can't tell whether to laugh or be scared.
I can't promise to make time for that, but it definitely looks interesting.
Yeah.
Kingdom
This is from
will be mine.
Kelsey Sims, Arzette's A Jewel of Faramore, which I watched a Let's Play of this. It seems really cool. Like an old CDI, game homage.
You just gotta get the jewel back
Those
together.
absolutely
and trap it.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
very Zelda looking guy there.
Paint, MS
The jewel
Paint
shards are with
cutscenes.
the enemy. As you know, only a member of the
Very
royal
silly.
family can rekindle the beacon.
That's a very fun vibe to evoke, and it looks really accurate, the cutscenes anyway.
Hey, look everyone!
Yeah, they match that aesthetic like the Zelda CDI games. Those cutscenes look exactly like that.
hard place.
Yeah.
My only tip is to help folks in need.
Bring me something.
Very silly.
Starry, will ya?
It's like they know their audience and
Arzette.
they're appealing it to them. Yeah, Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore. Bryden says no case should remain unsolved is their game pick. It's a puzzle VN where you're piecing dialogue and piecing dialogue and memories back together. It's another puzzle game. It sounds like the Minecraft music. So it's like a mystery game. It's like the story hits and uncovering it gradually feels like some great aha moments. I do love when you can look through phones and stuff in games. I'm always so nosy. I read every text and
Yeah.
seems like a relaxing, just little mystery game. Cool.
Super cool.
Came out
Heavy
in
on
September.
the reading, but also puzzles.
Melon says, until then, a narrative adventure game following kids who have mysterious sci-fi happenings disrupt their daily lives. The game is drenched in its... Wait, I was just reading it. Where did it go? Oh, I lost my place. I like the idle animations.
Bouncing.
Ugh, 2D stuff in 3D is just my favorite thing ever. It never doesn't work
Yeah,
for me.
it's very pleasing. Mini games look cute.
This game is set in the Philippines, apparently. Ooh, I love the look of this. Ooh, that lighting looks nice.
Very interesting looking.
I like that. Oh, I love that. That's my favorite thing in the world when games do that. This looks very cool. Put this down as I want to play this. Until then, I want to play that. I can't wait until then to play it. Iron Anchor.
Still like the deep I'm getting ready to go on.
Jacob was very hot on
Installed.
this.
I can sort
Oh,
this.
Secret
Right,
Rogue's
I
the
just need
publisher of
time.
this.
Don't you answer me back!
This is from Iron Anchor.
You hear me?
Fitting name.
Fired.
Yeah, I
True.
think Jacob's quite hot on this. Like, I think he would. I don't know if he is, but this feels like it would be in his 210s, his own personal one. But you know, the Thing reimagining on like a Scottish oil rig ship, like that. And the visuals look great. Very scary.
Higher fidelity than I thought.
Yeah. I've been meaning to play this too. This is one I really want to play. That time just escaped from me, but the voice acting in that looks amazing. I remember Jacob pointing that out. He was like, "How is this good to listen to?" So
that looks interesting. Want to play it?
Yeah, Yutsud was the other person who said Isles of the Sea and Sky. Shout out to them. What is this? Oh, this is from Neil Smith. Cataclysmo, fun city builder RTS type thing. The attack phases are kind of like tower defense, except you build your walls and towers
is a
brick
tower
by
defense
brick, like a Lego system.
developed by Digital Sun that's just been released into Steam Early Access. It's also the only game I've ever played that's made me voluntarily look up historically accurate, real-world castle building conventions. It's an RTS
This is a
dirge of a
6-minute vid, so I'll
prophesized
jump
force
around.
that could bring an end to the Cataclysmo.
I'll turn off the audio so we can just jump around and look. So it's like a ooh. Wait, go back there. You build your walls literally brick by brick. That's very cool.
That's crazy.
That's satisfying. So you can really strategize right down to the bricklaying. That's very cool. Wow. I want to play this actually. This looks cool. Put this down for me. Put this down for me. I like the UI layering on top of the bottom. Tower defense building management game.
Very
Thanks,
interesting.
Neil. That's very cool. Shadows of Doubt.
I really do have to go, so we need to give 5 seconds each to the next 8.
Gotcha. Shadows of Doubt. Jeff loved this.
Great.
Pixel Punch TV.
Played a lot of it. Cool game.
Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. This is from Oozing Neon. This looks
Speaks
cute.
for itself. You play as Tiny Terry.
I love it. Dungeons and Degenerates Gamblers. Card-based poker game.
Yes, I want to play this too.
They chose that.
Another Jeffem joint.
Jeffem joint. Jeffem made that. I've heard about this. This is really silly. This is from Biscuit. This is where you own like a trading card game shop, but you can just open the packs yourself too. So you just like could spend all your profits opening your own packs. That's pretty funny. I want to try that.
That seems really nice. For having those, it crashed without paying money.
This is from Blonde Almond, horror game. Grounded survival horror game with a World War I trench setting. Oh god, that sounds terrifying. Oh, you're in the trenches of World War I? Shout out to these game devs who worked for like years and we're barely looking at their game.
Yes, for sure. I hope people buy it because of this.
From Maniac. Oh wow. Oh my god, this trailer goes hard. Spend your own time going to look after these last 3. Tactical Breach Wizards. You've played that, didn't you?
Yes, not enough. I bet next year or the year after I'll get obsessed with it and be sad I didn't fight for it this year. I don't know if this is the year for it.
Gotcha.
Very cool game. Great writing. Fun
Grandmaster
tactics.
recommended that one. Witching Stone trailer. Oh, that's just a trailer. Witching Stone. This is from Syl. Shout out to Syl. Looks like a
Bejeweled combat system. Hold on, I actually am putting this on. My brain's now screaming at me to play this.
Leo's wanting to play this. Fantastic. And Raven's Watch. Co-op game. Ooh, I like the look of this. Dad Netflix recommended this one. I can't Left Early Access last year. Solid multiplayer roguelike. Top-down, 3D looking. Very cool game. And there was even more added while we were live, but we don't have time. But thank you. Oh my god. So 60 games. Right down to the wire.
Yes. Thank you all for submitting. As a recap, here's all the games.
Thank you. Oh, fantastic.
That we listed. Gonna play that. We had the Big Catch Tacklebox, which is that's the demo.
Shout out.
Starstruck, Hands of Time, Felvidek, the Forever Labyrinth, ODDADA, Hypercharge Unboxed, the Crimson Diamond, Until Then, and Cataclysmo. Gonna play that in the summer. We had Natsu-Mon and Portal Revolution I put on there as well.
Nice.
My brain's now screaming at me to play this. We have Proverbs, the Picross Minesweeper crossover, Hauntii, Satisfactory, Touch Egg, and Witching Stone. Looks interesting. Want to play it. We had Cato, Buttered Cat, Golden Lap, which was the management sim racer, and Still Wakes the Deep. Looks interesting. We had Mullet Madjack, Phantom Spark, Ultros, Timberborn, Arco, Psychroma, Proximate, Minds Beneath Us, Void Crew, Judero, Isles of Sea and Sky, Rails of Aether 2, Bow, Path of the Teal, Lotus, Fairy Tale Dungeon, Lauren's Lure, Death of the Reprobate, Picayune Dreams, Garn 47, Arzette the Jewel of Faramore, No Case Shall Remain Unsolved. Under I'm Too Dumb, we had TETRACHROMA. Under Not My Speed, but it looks cool, we had Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, Bakeru, Age of Empires 2, and Wise X Nordics. And under Ass, we had Animal Well. And again, that's not because the game's bad. chat. It's just legally we have to put it under ask.
Keep up, stranger in the chat. I just one thing. Touch Egg seems like a summer game, which I agree. That's the only thing I might adjust.
Good point.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'll adjust that. Thank you.
Shoutouts to our awesome community for providing all those games. Genuinely, that's insane. I had never heard of 80% of those. I'd never even heard of. That's amazing. The fact there's a new Portal game made by people who aren't Valve. That's insane. Thank you so much for submitting all those. If you go to our Discord, you can see the document page there and announcements to go through the games with the trailers and everything like that if you want to look at them too. Thanks, Leo, for going through all these with me.
So many games I'm excited to play from this, for sure. No problem. This is helpful.
This will be helpful for our category of best game none of us played. I'm sure we'll probably pull from one of these lists, sure. Honestly. All right, well, thank you so much for listening, everybody. Tune into MinMax for more content. We have so much content coming up to our end of the year. Debates and Game of the Year. We're drowning in content.
And Hitman-splaining 2 just came out. Me and you playing Hitman Freelancer for 3 hours, and it's so fun and even better than the first. Exactly. It was a blast.
Even better. Go check out Hitman-splaining 2, where I finally get good at hit-splaining. It only took 5 years, but I finally did it. Thanks, Leo.
Thank you.
All right, bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Oh, wait, is it too soon to say when they start? Have we scheduled them? The Backstage Pass recordings of the Game of the Years? People are asking. I don't know if we're allowed to publicly say.
I don't know if we've. We're still kind of at our last meeting. At least we were still kind of figuring out the exact days, so maybe not yet.
Right.
Soon,
but it will be before the holidays, of course. So Backstage Pass patrons, get hype.
Yes, get hype. It'll be soon.
This is your month.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
This was just a clip from our Patreon exclusive podcast called Bonus Pod. If you support MinMax on Patreon at the $5 tier, you unlock Bonus Pod each and every week. Haley McLean is joined by cohorts to talk about whatever they want. It's kind of the sister show, the companion show to the MinMax Show podcast. So there's even more content in here. Also, we take calls from members of the community, and we can really dive into the weeds on stuff. So if you want to more than double the amount of podcasts from MinMax every week, support MinMax on Patreon at the $5 tier. Thanks so much.